Hey everybody, it's MrFloridaFlipper, and I went ahead and grabbed some orders because it's just too hot in the garage and I just wanted to show them to you really quick. I hope y'all are doing well today. So we went ahead and we sold this right here. Just gonna throw them in real quick here. Oxy Acne Care, $9.99. And I got that for like nothing, I think. I don't even remember where I got it from, but I know it was cheap. Then I got this DC hoodie right here, pretty nice. Whenever I saw this, I got this on Whatnot. I've been trying to get through my Whatnot stuff, but whenever I got this, I just felt like it was really cool. I was a big hoodie wearer, DC hoodie wearer when I was in the teens, and it's really nice. It's got that black and speckled pattern. Sold it for $23 plus shipping, and I think I bought it for $3 on Whatnot. And then I got this really cool Harley Davidson leather jacket. Well, it's not really a leather jacket, it's a faux leather. I think it's polyurethane, but the reason that it didn't sell for more is because it was made by, hang on, let me see if I can get this in there. See this right here, Wilson Cycle. So it's actually not made by Harley Davidson. They just took the jacket and they put a patch on there. So sold that for $33 plus shipping, size large. Always keep an eye out for Harley Davidson stuff that sells really, really well. Definitely if it's actually made by Harley too, it'll sell for even more, and if it's real leather. One thing about this one, why I feel like it is pretty cool, is because it's a copy of a pretty popular jacket. Like if you look up this jacket with the beige and the orange stripes, they sell for like $300 if it was a real Harley Davidson one. So that was a nice sale, $33 plus shipping. I took an offer. I think I had it up for $35, so not too big of a difference. And then the last thing, I got this bell. I showed it in a previous video. Sorry, it's kind of loud. But it is a sterling silver bell. Made by Webster, I think is the name of the company. It's on the side right here. You probably can't see it, but it's a little bell, like 3.5 inches, I think. No, I think it's 2.75 inches. Sold that for $50 plus shipping, international sale. So that means no returns. So that's nice. So we're gonna ship that out. That was a good sale, $50 for a little tiny bell. The silver melt on it, I think it weighs 22 grams, is close to $20 right now. So yeah, made a good profit on it. I got it on Whatnot. I think I got it for a couple bucks too. So great sales all around. So I'll see you guys in a second.
Hey guys, I wanted to cut in right here and just let you know that the videos are going to be a little out of order for the next couple of releases, only because of the hurricanes. I don't know if you're watching or keeping up, but we've had 2 hurricanes pretty much back to back. The last one, Helene, which this video is from, wasn't too bad for my area. I did have 4 trees go down. 3 of them were dead, so it wasn't too big of a deal. But 1 did hit my fence, so I do have some damage. So I wanted to make sure that I kept recording, and I had a little bit of a backlog. But with this new Hurricane Milton coming, I wanted to go ahead and release those Helene videos just so they're a little bit more timely, because, you know, it's been about a week now, I think, since Helene passed. So I went ahead and uploaded those. Just so you know, you're going to see me with no beard to a kind of beard, and that's what it's going to be moving forward. I'm going to go ahead and release those videos, and I have another one for Hurricane Milton. Hopefully everything will be okay. I'm recording this on October 8th, so I hope you guys are having a good time and enjoy the rest of the video. See ya.
Hey everybody, it's MrFloridaFlipper here, and I'm glad to have you guys out here with me. We're gonna pick some orders. This is the day after we just had that big Hurricane Helene, so prayers go out to everyone affected by that. Luckily, I live in the central part of the state, so it wasn't too bad. I did have 3 trees go down, and our fence did get damaged, but everything else is okay. We didn't have any flooding. We're actually pretty lucky with our property. Our property kind of sits, I mean, Florida's really flat, so I'm not gonna say it's a hill, but we're on the upside, and our property slopes downward, if that makes any sense. So we're gonna go ahead and look outside. Oh, you can't really see, but it's a perfectly sunny day now. It's still like weirdly a little bit windy, but yeah, prayers go out to everyone. I hope everyone's okay. But we're gonna pick a couple things. We actually did have a really good sale day yesterday. We had a lot of sales, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And we are gonna go ahead and pick those. Once I get done, we are gonna go send those out. So one of the things we sold was some jewelry from our jewelry bag. It's one of our first few things. It was part of my, I put a discount on all my jewelry stuff just because I wanna get it gone. I don't really feel like I know enough about it. And I don't think I got that good of pieces. I got some nice things, but I don't know enough about it. And I don't really, I think they're like a longer sale thing. Here it is, sorry, taking a minute to grab it out. So it was this one right here. It's a little stone handmade, like copper, silver toned copper wire thing somebody made. So it's pretty cool with the stone. I thought that one would go quickly since it was silver toned instead of the copper. The rest of them are like copper colored wire, like copper. The next thing that we have today, let's go ahead and put this right here on the sleeping bag thing. I still am trying to get rid of that Hot Wheels thing. That was a bad buy, I think. I thought it sold for more than it did. Oh, over here. This is something I listed yesterday, last night while the storm was going through. We didn't even lose power here, thankfully. We had the lights flicker a couple times, but didn't lose power. It's a Kodak P750. I got this on Whatnot. 90% of the stuff I'm selling and that I'm showing you guys is from Whatnot right now because I'm going through my Whatnot stuff so I can get back out there and go garage sailing. The garage sales, I've been looking. There haven't really been many. There's like 1 or 2 a week that I'll see when I'm driving around. But it's just really hot out here. It's raining every day. So there's not really many garage sales, honestly, anyway. So hopefully when it gets cooler, I'll have all that stuff listed and a lot of the stuff moved through. I did do on all my glassware, jewelry, and clothing a 20% discount, except for most of my shoes. I didn't do it. I want to get it gone before Thanksgiving time so that way I can go and source some new products, toys, things that I think people will buy for Christmas time. But one thing we did sell as well was down here in our toy section. It was a Pac-Man game that sold. It took a while to sell. It had really good comps, but I think it is an open box. Like you can see it's moving around there, but it has everything. I tested it. It's working well, good. So that sold. I do have something inside, some chapstick that I sold for like $7, but I got them for free. So that was nice. Oh, and this thing right here. This was one of my worst buys I think I've ever made. Right here. So this turns into a little thing. Let me see if I can do it. It's this thing right here. It's a 3-tiered like serving dish thing, like maybe for desserts. The reason I bought it originally is because it's silver looking, and it had this, don't know if you can see that, made in London or made in England. This is something I'm not speaking from authority on, but I know that if it says made in England rather than made in the UK, it tends to be older because they didn't refer to it as the UK until a little bit later. Now, how true that is, I don't know. So I saw that and I said, maybe it'll have a maker's mark on it. You know, it was a Whatnot thing, of course, a Whatnot thing. And the guy was saying he loved it so much and he found it and it was so cool. And there's people hyping it up in the chat. Definitely something to be wary of when you are in a Whatnot show looking at an item. People will tell you that's worth $150. That's worth $300. That's from the antiquity era. It's probably made out of pure silver. They were hyping it up and the guy didn't really want to sell it. And I just thought it was cool. I thought I could put things on it to list, but then I thought about it practically that I really wouldn't use it for that. But I paid up big time for this. Not terribly. I want to say, let me put this down, but I sold it anyways for like 25 bucks or $22. It'll be in there. I'll show you how much I sold it for. It sold pretty quick, honestly. It was one of the things I actually marked it down. I just wanted to get rid of it. I was kind of mad at myself for even buying it. So I think I paid about 50. I don't know, maybe it might've been 70 bucks and I sold it for 25. So that was a big loss, a dumb buy for sure. So be careful with that kind of thing. Don't get hyped up by the chat, getting you thinking you're getting something really good. Cause they'll always say, GG, good grab. But yeah, it wasn't that good of a grab. I also sold this Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's been a while since I've sold a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Which this Yu-Gi-Oh card, it was funny. I had a buyer, which I sold a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I believe it was this one. It's a Dark Magician. It's another one. I think I've showed the one that I sold for $49.95, but this one's just not a limited edition, or I don't know if it was a first edition or limited edition. But I had a buyer asking me about another card that I had listed for $10 plus $5 shipping. He was wanting to wheel and deal, and I wasn't really wanting to. So he was saying, hey, could you ship this untracked? Because then the shipping would be cheaper, which eBay does offer eBay standard envelopes, and I think it's like $1.29 for shipping. So he was basically saying, you know, charge me $2 instead of $5 and I'd buy the card, which would give him like a $3 discount. Which would also, I mean, it'd be cheaper for me to also ship it that way. Now, I do not use eBay standard envelopes for a very simple reason. There is no tracking. Now, eBay says that they provide tracking on these items, but they don't. They have to be scanned by the postal workers. So this is not something that eBay can control. If the post office worker doesn't scan it, then you don't get any scanning or tracking. It looks like, and the reason I think that, well, at least my postal workers don't scan it, is because it looks like a envelope. So it would be like putting this in, like, you know, when you get your bills in the mail, it'd be like putting this in one of those envelopes, putting a stamp on it and sending it out. Now, it does have a label, but it doesn't really look like a typical label. I don't have one to show you, but it's just a smaller version. And it has a little like QR code, I think, or maybe it does have a little barcode for you to scan, but they don't scan it. I've had it 3 or 4 times now where I've tried to use it, and each time I have no scanning, no tracking, and for some reason the buyer never gets it. Now, are they getting it and just saying they aren't because there's no tracking and getting a refund through eBay? Highly likely, I would say. But either way, I don't use it because of that reason. I've been burned a couple of times on it. And if you don't have a scan, you can't do a claim through USPS, and there's no insurance on those. And also eBay, it's really hard to work through eBay. And when you're selling something for like these cards, like I sold this one for $10 free shipping, I think, or I think most of the other things were around that price, $10 free shipping. It's not even really worth it to fight with eBay to get your money back. So we did sell that, but yeah, so he was asking for free shipping. He or she, I don't really know. I'm guessing it's a he, on the card, or untracked shipping. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And then he was just going on and on saying, why can't you do this? Come on, everyone else does this. I want untracked shipping. And then I kind of explained it because people just don't, and that's why I say don't even answer the eBay messages most of the time because it just causes headaches. So yeah, I just ended up, we just were like fighting back and forth almost. So I just said, I'm just going to block you and you're not going to be able to buy it. And then somebody bought the card. So there you go. Or I think that was a different card. But anyways, we sold that. I'm going off on a tangent. It's been good. I had some good sales. I had a lot of sales actually for, you know, usually I think I've said, I'm sure I said in different videos, I sell about 3 things a day. So this was a good one because I think I sold 6 or 7 things today. So that was nice. I sold, what else? The chapsticks inside because I keep like makeup and stuff inside so it's air conditioned. What else did I sell? Let me look. Oh, I did want to bring up, I don't know if I was really talking about it, but I did say that. I listed it last night and I sold it. And a lot of times I'm like, maybe I listed it too low, but honestly, I'm like, maybe I listed it just right. I listed it for the exact price that people are willing to pay. That's reasonable. And so I try to look at it like that. I don't like to look at it and be like, oh man, I could have got $5 more out of that. I used to, but I've been trying not to. I want to sell the things. I'm getting them for fairly cheap most of the time. Most things I buy on Whatnot are under $5. So like I bought that, let's say I bought that for $5. I sold it for $25. I'm going to make like 15, 20 bucks out of it. Because even the shipping, I put $10 shipping and the shipping only actually cost me $6. The chapstick that I sold inside, it was on a 20% discount. I got it for nothing. It was free. And I sold it for $7 and something free shipping. I think I made $3 on it. I'm not even going to show it. It's just some Dr. something chapstick. But the last thing I sold, I just had it in my memory because I just checked. Oh, it's right here. This Pure thing. I think it's this one that's in the box. I'm going to have to check because this is, oh, sorry, you got the ring light in there. Let's try to see if I can edit that out. But I think it's this one because this is one of my, I have 3 filters left. I haven't been buying any filters. I was the filter king, as my friends at work would call me, because I mostly sold filters online. Oh, I guess I do have the big filter. So I have that one, another one of these Pure things, the faucet things. That one's like a Brita. The other one's a Brita. Let me show you. Choom, turn around like that. Get in there. It's right there. A Pure Brita filter thing. Pure, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. Pure Brita filter thing. And then this one's a faucet one. I think this is the one I sold. So that one, I think it was $8. I probably made nothing on it because I probably got it from Goodwill, I would say, for $3 or $4. So yeah, probably didn't make anything, but I'm glad to move it out of the store. I didn't want it anymore. I honestly thought about putting it on my own faucet, really. but I just like, let's just get it out of here, sell it and get it done. So I sold that. Not too amazing of sales today, but decent. We're moving product. That's what I want to do. I did actually have 7 sales. I sold these, I sold another set of these K-cup filters. It's funny when you sell, if you have multiple quantities of something, you sell one and then you sell another and you sell another and you sell another. It worked the same way when I had these wheat pennies. I've had a couple of bags of these. I got this on Whatnot, but I had a personal collection that I went through and I sold 50, just random. I just scoop them out, weigh them, and send them out. So what I'm saying is I sold 3 in a row, one every day. Then last night, somebody bought it. They did an offer, actually. So they sent an offer for it, or I offered them. I can't remember. I think I offered them $625. I sell them for $680 something. So I sent them an offer for $625. They accepted. They paid, because you don't have to pay immediately when you accept an offer. I think there was like maybe a 10-minute delay. They paid. Then they sent me the first cancellation request I've had since eBay rolled out this new thing, the new cancellation policy, which I talked about in a previous video. So they put a reason, it gives you a reason. It says found a better price, which I have mine listed at the bare minimum price pretty much, that I can make money on them. And also that's within the market of what I compared to. So I was like, well, I just asked a question to him. I'm like, well, why did you pay for them if you didn't want them? Like, if you found a better price, like, why are you looking them up after you bought mine? You know, I would think if once I bought something, I don't go look up and say, is that a good price? I would, you know, check that before, but whatever. So I asked them and they said, just don't worry about it. I'll just go ahead and get them, because I went and looked. There was some for $8.99 free shipping that somebody listed. I don't think they're the same as mine though. Not saying mine are better, but mine are better, I think, you know? But anyways, so I'm not going to beat that price. So I said, no, it's okay. I'll just cancel. But I went to cancel and it wouldn't let me because their funds were processing still. So that's kind of a weird thing with that. But anyways, this morning I woke up. They didn't message back anything after I said, no, I'll just go ahead and cancel. You know, you don't want them, you know. I canceled it. They didn't say anything, so canceled it. First one of those. So that was one of my 7, that was my 7th sale. And then my 8th sale was I had somebody buy one of these phones over here. I think it was this one. Might have been this one of this lot of phones that I got, these Sony Xperias right here. They bought it, but they didn't pay for it. So I don't know what got into me. I was a little irritated when they didn't pay for it. And then I woke up this morning. The reason I was irritated is because I had just gotten another offer too for a higher price. It was only a couple bucks different. They weren't very far off from what I was selling it at. But then they asked me a question about another item and said, what's my lowest I'll go on it? Now, they haven't even paid for this first item. And they're asking me about another item. And what I think they're trying to do is trying to get like a bundle together to get better shipping. I'm not really, and this is a controversial subject, I'm sure. I'm not really a big bundler. I list my items with the shipping priced into the item. So I am expecting that part of the shipping is going to give me enough to pay for the shipping and maybe a little bit of profit. That's just how I pretty much price my items. And also, a lot of the times with that, people don't invoice you. You have to invoice somebody to get a discount on shipping, basically. Otherwise, I just have to do it myself. And it's too much work for me to try to do that. I have a full-time job. You know, I have 2 kids. I have all these other responsibilities. This is a side hustle right now that I'm trying to make into a primary position, but I don't have a lot of time to devote to go on the computer to bundle these items together. And if the customer doesn't send you an invoice, you have to do that stuff manually. As far as I know, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And if there's an easier way, but as far as I know, the easiest way is for the customer to put a couple things in their cart. Before they pay for them, send you an invoice so you can combine the shipping and send it back to them at whatever price you think it would be. So, you know, if something's typically, let's say, you know, 2 of these, they buy 2 of these little wrestling figures, they're $5 shipping, and so it would be $10 shipping, but they send you an invoice and then you can say, oh, it's only going to cost you $6 shipping for 2 instead of 10. As far as I know, that's how it works. I haven't really done it that much because like I said, I don't like to do that. I like having you buy more than one item, but I also don't like it that you're going to buy one of my items, tie it up, when I'm getting offers on it, it's a popular item, it's a phone, and then also ask me about another phone and say, what's the lowest I can do? So I ended up just asking him, do you want to cancel this because I'm not really wanting to negotiate, you're not wanting to pay for it, and he was just sending messages after messages. I stopped responding to him because he was going wild style. Like, I'll have to I'm not going to show you the messages, but I'll just say he was like, I'm going to give you negative feedback, I'm going to do all this and that. You know, I gave you a good price on the other phone, you can give me a deal on this phone. Like, no, we're not going to do that. I'm not making all these deals. You know, I'm just trying to sell it. I think I have it at a good price. And if you didn't like the price that I offered you, you should not have accepted it. That's my feeling. I'm getting on a big soapbox right now, but I don't like it that eBay lets people buy items without paying for them. If you buy it, you should have to pay for it. And I also don't like that eBay gives the buyers 3 days to pay for it. That's not right. It ties up your item. You shouldn't have to wait 3 days for them to figure out if they want to pay for it or not. If you want to buy it, you buy it, and you buy it right now. I would say give them like a couple of hours to pay, and if they don't, or at maximum 24 hours. Because the thing to me, and I'm gonna be quiet about the rest of the day and go take a chill pill after this, but the thing that really irritates me the most about it is buyers can do that. They can tie up your item for 3 days before you're allowed to cancel it technically. And they have 3 days to pay. But you, as me, as a seller, I have 1 day shipping online. Now, in a normal person's eye or brain, I would think if somebody said, hey, you have 1 day shipping and handling time. So if you buy something from me right now at, let's say it's 3 p.m., I should have until 3 p.m. Eastern time to get it shipped out. No. That's not how eBay thinks about it. It's not a 24-hour day. If they buy it at 8 p.m. tonight, I have to ship it out tomorrow before 8 p.m. I have to ship it out tomorrow. It's not like 1 day. So if I have 1 day handling time, let me explain it better. So if I have it, they buy it at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday, I would think Wednesday at 8 p.m. would be my 1 day shipping time. So 8 p.m. Wednesday would be my 1 day shipping time, and I would have to ship it out on Thursday morning. No, it's from that day to the next day. So literally, if they buy it at 10 o'clock at night, then the next day I have to ship it out. And it's hard for me because I work during the day. So I have to either pack it up in the morning, or maybe I might be awake and I can pack it up. But I've gotten over that. I have a system in place for it. I get everything out in 1 day shipping and handling time. So that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoy. This is gonna be a little bit of a shorter one. I've been doing about 10-minute videos lately, but I hope you guys are enjoying. I'm having a lot of fun, even though I was complaining a lot in this video. I had some good sales. I'm happy to have more than 3 sales in a day. I'm happy to have more than 0 sales. So I'm very excited about the future as we move forward into Q4. I've got my boxes, plenty of packing. I actually ran out of tape though. So there's a good little thing. Make sure you have your supplies ready. I got to go out today and get some tape from Staples. That's my preferred supplier when I run out and I can't get in online as fast as I can if I just go to the store. So check out Staples. Shout out Staples, sponsor. But that is going to do it for me. I hope you guys are enjoying. This is Mr. Florida Flipper, and I'll see you on the next one.